Good morning, this is Angie from IFX, and let's talk about what the market is going to bring today since it's Monday and we don't really have major news today. So usually on a Monday and with no news, the market can be very slow. So be careful if you're in a trade or looking for a trade. Make sure to look for fewer pips, as again, there's very low volatility on Mondays. So be careful. Let's see what the market is going to bring today. Again, we can't expect the market to be every single day to be the same, or if we're gonna get X amount of pips every single day again and again and again. No, because again, the market has its own behavior. Every single day is different. Some days there are a lot of many news and we have to be careful, and there are some days that where the market is just very slow, or even holidays the market will be closed. So be very careful today. Let's see what it has to bring, and let's see if we can make any entries today. All right, so let's analyze some pairs today and see what we're going to get, okay? So again, make sure that we are inside an active trading area. So for example, on gold today, we are inside yesterday's low and yesterday's high, okay? And we also have the top box and the bottom box, okay? So pretty much what it's doing right now, it came here, it bounced, it came back in here, and it's bouncing, all right? So what did it do? Is that this was a beautiful entry on gold early today. And then, what happened is, again, what are we looking for? We make sure that we are inside our active trading area. Then the second thing, we want to make sure that we are a little bit far away from the MA. We are on a sell zone. And lastly, we're going to make sure that we get the alert, and then we're going to make sure that we are inside my prior 4-hour candle close, high and low, okay? So we are, and then pretty much what the market do, it came back in here to this low, okay, to this prior low. So one of the things that when you're trading, when you make a trade, the take profits can vary sometimes depending on where you enter and stuff like that, okay? So for this entry, either when it gets closer to the MA or the white area, or prior 4-hour low, okay? So that could be a good idea also when you're looking at trades, all right? So right now, for example, we can consider an entry using the second, this is most prior close 4-hour candle, right? Or you can use this one as well. I like the one that works best would be the most recent close 4-hour candle. So for example, right here, if we make this bigger, just to kind of have an idea and see it, right here was my 4-hour candle low, okay? So what the price do is, not only this acted as a nice resistance, but also we have the moving average. Price did not really come down here to this blue zone or green zone. But again, we're trying to make trades as best as we can on the red zones to sell and to buy on the green zones, okay? So since this entry kind of really didn't meet most of my requirements, one, it's best if it happens here. Two, that we make sure that more or less we're far away from the MA. And three, we also want to make sure that it happens inside my 4-hour prior close candle, right, which was this one. So what did it do? Well, none of the above met the requirements, so we just stay put and we don't do anything until more or less we get those requirements. So right now with the market, it's Monday, so we don't know, what can do, right? Because we're more or less when we have news, we know volatility and stuff like that. So anyways, right now we can either get buy entries if it comes a little bit lower to hit yesterday's low, or even this low right here. And we can also look for buy entries, sell entries, right? When it hits the yesterday's high, or even when it gets back into this box right here, okay? So with gold right now, well, more or less is ranging, right? It's in between these boxes and in between yesterday's high and low. So more or less we can do sell and buys as long as it meets the other requirements, okay? So let's take a look at euro dollar, and more or less, again, they act very close to the same way. So euro dollar right now, what did it do is that it gave a couple of entries, right? We have here yesterday's low, which it hit it and it bounced off from there. So that was good. The only thing is, me just make this smaller. The only thing now is that we are below my 2 boxes, right? So that could lead me to understand that the market is more or less trending down, okay? So I would most likely wait if price would come back into this area, to this blue zone, right? Red zone and blue box. And then more or less look for a sell entry, okay? That I think would work much better. But right now, let's just say that we got a sell entry right here. It's just that I don't like these entries like this when it just hit it and it already hit my white zone. As you can see, when it hits the white zone, there are high probabilities where price can just bounce off from there. So that's exactly what it did. It bounced off from there, okay? So it's best to wait for a sell entry closer to this blue area right here, okay? This blue box where we can sell, okay? So this is acting as a resistance. It already broke it over here. So more or less you can come back to this line zone over here and then maybe look for a sell entry, okay? Let's see pound dollar. All right, so with pound dollar, what do we have in here? We have an awkward candle right here that was the open, and we more or less we're on this red zone that, well, it's a little bit awkward right now, the market. Again, with this pair, it's more or less like the euro dollar, which we're below these 2 boxes, right? The blue one and the red. And more or less, it's best to look for sell entries, right? Well, it does not mean that we don't have to look for buy entries, but if you can look for sell entries, I'm pretty sure it will work out much better. You see if we can continue with the trend. Again, it's Monday and market can be very slow, so, we'll see. Now, you see this buy entry right here, more or less we're inside prior 4-hour candle, but again, the market is so slow, it's so annoying that I don't know where market can go today, right? So let's see Australian dollar. There has to be a chance that at least one pair can give us anything today. Well, early day today, it did give some opportunities, all right? So with this one, let's just take a look at this one right here. Early on today, we are inside the blue box, which is good. That means we also could be going down, right? Right now, it gave a sell entry, right? Let's just say, for example, if we look back towards the left, we know that it didn't happen inside my 4-hour candle, right? This high and low, or nor the yesterday's or Friday's 4-hour candle. So let's say, for example, you were about to take a trade. You say, well, this looks good that it can come back down again. You have to consider this high as a nice resistance, okay? So that's what price more or less did. It came back down in here to this resistance, and then it acted off in here again, right? It went up again. So if by any chance, let's just say you try to maybe make a sell or make a buy, just kind of always see where you are with your 4-hour candle, okay? So I do have more videos in this, that you can maybe look at it, what I mean with that. So right now, let's just say we have this sell, but again, price is a little bit weird right now, Yes, we can buy and we can sell. This is yesterday's low, so price hit off over here. Most likely, it might hit the high right here, okay? So this sell right here, although it met requirements, I don't like it. It's too close to my MA. I would prefer to be a little bit higher so I can have room to play with, okay? And then I think most likely it might hit this blue, the top right here, and then maybe we'll keep on going lower. So we shall see towards how the end works, and then we'll kind of see if we can make a decision, right? Let's take a look at dollar yen and see more or less what price can do today. All right, so dollar yen is in between yesterday's high and low, is in between my boxes. So this is great. Pretty much we can buy and we can sell. Dollar yen did give a nice buy opportunity, right? So take a look in here. We are 1, 2, 3 on the fourth level above yesterday's low. And then the entry happened inside my 4-hour prior 4-hour candle, right? So boom, and where did it go to? To the MA or the white area, right? So that's one of those things that where you can go to is, you know, depending how far you are from the MA, as long as you're inside 4-hour per hour candle, you know, you just gotta give it room to go towards the MA or the white area. Yes, there will be times where it can go back and hit this, maybe, but you know, again, we're not sure how far can price go. So today with this one, again, anything can happen. If I want to sell, I would definitely wait for it to reach to this area to enter a sell. If I want to buy again, you know, already gave an opportunity one in here, you know, we shall wait and see. You know, price most likely might keep on going lower. So we shall wait and see if another buy is really that great to give it a chance. So let's take a look, see dollar CAD. All right, so dollar CAD is inside now my red box, which could be a high probability that it can reach down to this, to the lower part of the box. Okay, so with this one, definitely I would love to look for buy entries, because as we can tell, price has been moving up and then maybe it can go down to keep on going higher, right? So there could be good probabilities where price could keep on going higher. So, you know, right here gave us one chance, right here gave one chance, two chances to sell, very short sells. And then this one, again, it's best that we wait for price to go lower unless we see really strong strength going upwards. But what's the idea? You know, sometimes it's really hard, you know, where we're already in the white area, because this is the neutral area. So it's very rangy right now. And it doesn't gives me that confidence that if I buy here, isn't just gonna keep on going higher. Okay, you know, I have to wait for better confirmation in order for me to follow this entry. So, and we're too close to this one. I would really prefer for price to go lower to see more that it can move up again, right? To give me those pips that I'm looking for. Again, market is all about patience and having waiting time. It's not like you just see it and then, all right, this is it, let me get in and let me get out. All right, so right now with this Euro CAD, there's really not much going on. You know, if I want to buy, you know, we really would like for it to get here. Again, we are on this blue box that is quite big, and then anything can happen. You know, it can just come down to reach here and then it can bounce up, you know. So right now, anything, you know, again, anything can happen with this as long as we get a good confirmation. As long as the entry happens inside my yesterday's high and low, then I'm good. Be careful. Let's say if it happens in here, you know, get that extra confirmation. Why? Because we are below the two boxes, and then as long as it is above yesterday's low, it's good. But try to get that confirmation that, hey, at least you have some room to move up. Okay, Euro Australia. All right, so this one right now, again, this is a huge blue box right here where we can see price hit this as a nice resistance a couple of times and it went down. So pretty much what price right now can do is just pretty much can go up and down, right? It could be ranging, right? It can just give us sell entries and buy entries and just kind of, it's not like strong trend to any direction right now. So anything can happen, you know, it can just go up and down. So we just have to do is wait for a confirmation, for another signal, and just kind of see what happens and then make the best of it, right? It's Monday, so again, Mondays, try not to look for a lot of pips because there's not really a strong trend. So Euro Yen right now is on my red zones and the blue box. So more or less, it could be just very easy to look for a sell entry, you know, when it gets a little bit higher to kind of grasp some pips, you know, from this third level to the white area, depending where the moving average is. Okay, so when the moving average is in the white part, it's pretty good because then we know that if it goes up, it can come back down again to the moving average, right? But if my MA, let's just say, for example, you know, it starts going down to the blue area, to the green zones, and then, you know, the expectation to go back to the white area is very minimal, okay? Euro New Zealand. All right, so right here it gave out, you know, 2 sell entries. This is a double top. This is great when it gives you double top entries right here. And, you know, this was a nice entry right here, okay? And then it's hitting this red box as what? As support. And then all we have to do is kind of wait if it breaks it, and then maybe look for a buy entry, okay? Buy entry so closer to here. If you want to keep on selling and see if it breaks and then goes down here, we will have to wait for a good confirmation, right? But, you know, I would just wait and see if I can get a buy entry closer to this area. Pound yen. All right, so pound yen, again, we're on a downtrend, even if it's short downtrend or long-term downtrend. Right now, what is giving me is that I am below the blue box. Yes, I am inside yesterday's high and low. All I have to do is wait until it goes either closer to here or this level right here, or closer somewhere in here where I can just look for a sell entry, and then boom, okay? So again, it's all about patience and waiting for price to give you, or to be where you're looking for. Most likely price is going to react and is going to give you that entry, okay? So I would definitely wait for it to go up so I can sell on this one. Pound New Zealand. Pound New Zealand is above and below these boxes, so this is great, okay? It's great. Already gave out some sell entries in here. You know, it's just a matter of waiting and see if this red arrow, this sell, or this is going to pretty much, if it's going to break and then go in here. If it goes in here, it would definitely be great to buy on this Pound New Zealand, okay? And Pound CAD. Pound CAD. All right, so yesterday's high, you know, again, we want to make sure, you know, again, make sure that the entries happen inside yesterday's high and low, okay? Then now, once it gets out of it, your confirmation needs to be really strong. Now, it gave a buy entry, and then, you know, it's already been here. We don't want to sell again within this price range. We want to be able to sell higher. You know, maybe it can go up to this blue line right here and then bounce up from there and then give us a sell entry. I don't know how, you know, if it's going to do that today, or, you know, if it does, you know, if it's going to go down quick. You know, it all depends on market conditions, how fast market can move, that you can get what you want, right? What we can get that we're looking for. All right. So if you have any questions, please let me know on the Telegram channel or the private school group. Okay. So I will see you around.